Hey guys, Victoria here, and welcome to the Geeky Sandbox. Today we're doing a pop-up video of some kind. I don't know if that's what I'm going to officially start calling these, but whenever Marvel or DC or some of the other greats just drop trailers in the morning out of nowhere, you want to be prepared, right?
You're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
But regardless, we are ready to review the Venom trailer. And for those of you who do not know, we love and adore Tom Hardy on this channel. One of my best friends, she loves Tom Hardy too, so I know we're both probably going to see this movie together. It comes out October 2018, which brings me back to something I said in one of my other videos. So many good movies coming out this year. I'm so excited. I really hope the CG looks really good in it. I don't know, sometimes CG based characters, I'm a little weary about how they'll look within the first trailer, because sometimes they're still in post whenever they do kind of push out a trailer, because right now it's February, so they literally have like 8 months left until this movie is released, and they have the red carpet event, things like that. So there's still plenty of time for them to probably change things and clean up some of the CG, but regardless, we're going to talk about the trailer afterwards, and if that's something that comes back up, we'll revisit it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and watch Venom.
Everyone's got their thing. Maybe it's a breakup, a death, an accident. Whatever it is, you used to be one thing. Now, you're something else. We all have our own problems, our own issues, our own demons.
Alright guys, let's talk about it. Okay, so we didn't get to see what he would look like in his Venom form, at least in that trailer we didn't, which I'm kind of happy about, because like I said, this year I really want to go into trailers where they don't give a lot away, because that's one of the things that I think a lot of movies have problems with. In terms of marketing, you want to get people super interested, you want to get people talking about it, but you have to find a nice middle ground without giving away too much, and then when they go into the movie, some things aren't a surprise. For example, since this is Spider-Man thing, we'll talk about his appearance in Civil War. One of the things that I did hear quite a bit from a lot of other YouTube channels was whenever they were watching the trailers and discussing them and breaking them down, seeing Spider-Man pop up in the Civil War trailer was an amazing surprise. It was great. But some people were kind of on the fence of, darn it, it would have been a lot more organic if he just would have popped up in the movie and we would have all been surprised. But like I said, things like that are always on a seesaw, because you want people to go see the movie. So give them a little sneak peek of Spider-Man. Then you don't want to give them all of Spider-Man, because then there won't be as much hype whenever they go see the movie. Now that's kind of what I think they may do with Venom, or Tom Hardy and his whole Venom look. But who knows, maybe they've learned from the whole Spider-Man ordeal, and they're like, we're not going to show any Venom until the actual movie, or until maybe a small teaser before the week before the movie's release, something like that. Either way, oh God, I love Tom Hardy. I'm gonna talk about some of the other actors that are in the movie as well. We know Michelle Williams is gonna be playing Anne. Woody Harrelson, I'm not quite sure who he's playing. You also have Tom Holland, who's going to be Peter Parker, of course, but that is rumored, so we're still not sure whether he's going to make an appearance in the movie, and if he does, maybe he'll pop up in the end. I just feel like only time will tell as we get more trailers. Two other people I'm really excited about, Jenny Slate. I'm not quite sure who she's going to be playing or how serious her role is going to be. I've known her to be a very funny woman and very charming. She's been in a couple of movies, and one of my all-time favorites. She plays Tammy in Bob's Burgers, so there's that. But she also was recently in a movie with Chris Evans, The Gifted, I think that's what it was called, and she was funny in that movie, but her role was very serious, so maybe she'll have a serious role in this movie. Riz Ahmed, he was in Nightcrawler, he was in Rogue One. He's been in a lot of popular movies, and I feel like once you see his face, which I think I might put right here, you'll definitely know exactly who I'm talking about. He'll be playing Dr. Carlton Drake in this movie, so we'll see exactly what hand he played in helping him become Venom. Now, of course, the star of the movie, Tom Hardy, he's playing Eddie Brock, who does become Venom. And I don't know, how you feel about Tom Hardy's acting abilities will definitely be a driving force about whether or not you want to see this movie, or maybe you don't care about any of that and you just want to see Venom brought to life because you can't stand Spider-Man 3. But you know what? We're not here to talk about the original Spider-Man franchise. We're here to talk about Tom Holland's Spider-Man and all of the amazing and cool stuff that they're doing these days. No pun intended with amazing. So wait, before you end this video, put on your comic book hats and tinfoil hats, what have you, because we're about to learn some history about Venom and Eddie Brock. So Eddie Brock first appeared in the Web of Spider-Man comic book issue number 18 in September 1986. However, his first cameo as Venom actually came in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 299, which was released April 1988. In every origin story of Venom, Eddie gets his powers from some kind of alien symbiote, and this alien symbiote is what gives him these abilities. It's what makes him look the way he does, all weird. Superhuman strength, speed, agility. He has the ability to cling to most surfaces like Spider-Man. He has like a weird kind of organic web, just like Spider-Man, but it's kind of black and gooey. Much like Wolverine, he has regenerative healing factors. He's immune to Spidey's senses, so Spider-Man can't sense him, which is gonna be great. It's gonna make for some great stuff. And of course, the big one, he has limited camouflage and shape-shifting. So in the original version of Venom, Eddie Brock was a journalist, and he was trying to nail this, he was trying to nail a killer, and he accidentally got the wrong guy. Meanwhile, Peter Parker got the right guy. And so this set Eddie like off on this path of, first of all, hating Peter Parker, but most of all, filling himself with doubt and self-hatred and things like that. And then he comes across the alien symbiote, which was originally rejected by Peter Parker. And then he becomes Venom. Now, as Venom, they come together seeking out vengeance against their mutual enemies. And he always runs into Peter Parker. He hates Peter Parker. And this is partially because he learns that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. And one of the things is eventually he does try to operate as a hero, but much like Deadpool, he still uses his very violent tendencies to get answers and get things done. And some people appreciate it and some people don't. Later on, Eddie does separate from the alien symbiote and actually combines himself with another symbiote. And he becomes Anti-Venom, which was an anti-hero kind of persona that he took on for several years. And hitting close to home with the original Spider-Man series, we know how in Spider-Man 3, Topher Grace did portray Eddie Brock, and his story was sort of the same, but it did have some major differences. For example, Eddie Brock in this one was just a simple photographer out there trying to make it. So was Peter Parker, and Peter Parker does something within this movie that not only humiliates Brock, but it also makes it really hard for him to find more work. So whenever he does come in contact with the alien symbiote, he does everything in his power to take down Peter Parker because he finds out he's Spider-Man. He does everything in his power to take him down, and in the end, he ends up just destroying himself. And just kind of going back on what I said at the beginning of the video, I know I was saying I was kind of excited that they didn't show Venom, but the more and more I think about it, it would have been nice just to see a little bit of him, even just like him running by or something. I don't know. It's kind of like with, what was it? What movie was that? I think it was Godzilla. Whenever they did the promotion and everything for Godzilla, I don't think we got to see what he looked like for quite a few trailers, but I mean, you know, you're comparing apples to oranges, but just in terms of anticipation, people were really hoping to see Godzilla because it's Godzilla's movie. So I would understand why people are upset that we didn't get to see Venom because this is a Venom movie. But I don't know, I would just say give it time for everyone out there that really wants to see what he looks like. Don't let this trailer be a letdown. It is just the first one, and technically it's a teaser because it was very short, but I have hope that within the next trailer or so we'll see just a little bit more of Venom. If you like this video, please give me a like rating down below and leave me a comment. How excited are you for this Venom movie? Or how do you feel that we didn't get to see Venom in this trailer? And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get more comic book videos like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.